What is up, everyone? So we've been starting almost like every video this week with me starting like, oh my god, today's a really big day, but it's been a big week, and so we're going to continue the big deals today. And well, start off, we're working on E86, of course, in the background. You guys have been seeing this. Trying to get as much done as I can before we leave for SEMA, but it's not about the E36 today. Well, maybe later on, but for now, we're starting off with the big deal being the 86, because as you guys know, talking too fast, I'm anxious, I'm excited. We've been case swapping the 86, and I told myself I wanted to hear this thing run before I left for SEMA. I leave in a day and a half, and we have so much to do, but this morning I've been running around like a madman trying to rig up as much as I can, or finalize as much as I can, so we can hear this thing run. So basically I had to rig up everything that involves the chassis communication, right? Because the engine's good to go, that's all good, but it's the chassis that's not ready for it. So what are the two things that the chassis supplies?
Power.
Fuel, right? So first thing, we have our temp gas tank. We haven't busted this thing out in a long time. It's been a while. I think we used this to start Rich's LS Tesla. So this is a good memory.
That's the last time.
That's the last time, I think. I think we used this hanger. I have a Miata fuel pump hanger. I don't know why it's a Miata one. I think I just had it like years ago with just a Miata pump on it. We're gonna put it in a bucket full of gas. We got a power to ground, right? To turn the pump on, and then we have a feed and return. Boom, and that's gonna go right to our rail. Easy peasy, right? Who needs a gas tank? As far as chassis wiring goes, it's a little bit of a mess here, so let's check this thing out. It looks horrendous in here, but it'll be fine. So, since we are using a Wiring Specialties Universal K-Series harness, it comes with its own fuse block, right? So all we had to do was, well, Jesus, put power to it, right here, and we had to go power to the starter.
That's it.
This goes to the starter. We have our handy dandy battery right here. We're gonna touch it, right? And then we have switch power, right, which will turn the fuse box on, and like the ECU and all the components. And then we have the this looks so messy. And then we have the starter trigger. It's that simple. This is how we're gonna get the car to run. Then we gotta plug an ECU in and do all that tune stuff, but for now, it should crank. I haven't tested it yet, but there's fluids in it too. We had to do fluid this morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds like it got compression.
Yeah, that thing sounded like a compression.
Sounds like music to my ears.
So it cranks. That's good. Building some oil pressure for the first time in a long time.
Oh
Good. Mind you, this has been all gem. I've had no parts so far in this. It's been all gem.
J-Swap.
J-Swap.
yeah. Imagine put a J series.
Imagine J-Series in this thing.
What is
The J-Series, dude.
Hate it.
Such potential.
Nope. They belong at the bottom of the ocean.
What are J-Series out of?
Accords.
Chords.
Oh, okay.
Some other things.
TLs.
Streets don't bang with those?
Nope. They belong at the bottom of the ocean with the H22
Damn.
and the EP3.
Damn, Spoon. Damn, it sounds personal for fun. I'm gonna buy you a H22 swapped EP3 for Christmas.
Sorry, but I'm not taking it.
All right, let's move on to the more technical side, the ECU. All right, as you guys know, we will be using a Link G4X ECU because we put a link on everything because it is the best. So I have to, this is a big statement, but it's a true statement. This is probably Link's most slept on ECU that they make, right? Because as you guys know, there's standalones and then there's plug and play standalones, right? Standalone's gonna have its own plug and you have to wire your own harness to it, right? Right? Then we have the standalones that are plug and play, right? So these are made to be a standalone ECU that plugs directly into your factory connector so you don't have to rewire anything. Big deal.
Sounds convenient.
When it comes to the Honda community, there's one ECU plug that basically everyone uses for K-swaps, and that is basically the DC5 Integra style plug. All right?
0304 RSX.
0304 RSX. If you go on our website, it actually has a fitment chart. But yeah, so we call this the K-Series plug and play because literally this is what you use, right? Yep. Get rid of your K-Pro. I don't want whatever. Just get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. So this is a full true standalone for the K-Series. Boom.
Sick.
I feel like it's like it's so slept on, right? Hop below, shop to me. I know we got these things on the shelf. So look at this, right? Check it out. Boom. So this is essentially a Link Extreme standalone made to plug into the factory Honda plug. Easy.
Makes it so easy.
So easy. The only thing that is, I'll say it's a downfall, is it's meant to actually utilize a factory casing, which is nice because it fits in factory location, right? So that's a big deal. But if you don't have a factory ECU, you need to buy one so you can take the case off of it.
Go to the junkyard.
It's actually not a bad thing because you can find a factory RSX ECU. It's just the Honda guys want a specific one.
True.
So you just need the case. You just any case series.
Easy. So we'll steal that later on, but for now we're gonna just gently.
Might have.
You might have one?
Pretty sure I have.
Spoon's got one. Ant made a good point, right? So there is expansion loom ports on here too. So if you want to add more IOs, right? Look, you have 2 extra auxes, 4 digital inputs, 2 extra temps, and you have full CAN communication, 2 CAN channels. It's a lot of CAN communication, and then of course if you want you can add a bunch of analogs in, 5-volt grounds, another aux. You could really go far with this ECU, which is pretty crazy.
Get your sensors up.
Get your sensors up, says Tone. I love that. So since this harness is made for, you know, a K series ECU, we're gonna take it and it's just gonna plug right in. That, boom, that's it.
It's plugged in.
It's plugged in. Now you have a full standalone on your car. So we're gonna take our ignition switch right here, right, our key. We're gonna give it power by shoving it into the battery right here. Not proud. I'm not proud of this. I'm proud of this.
Got a light.
Hold on, let me just tighten this. ECU is disabled because you need an unlock code. I say this every time, right? So if you buy a Link ECU from us, please send an email to support@shopjimmy with your serial number, and we'll send you an unlock code. It's like a theft prevention thing.
Yeah. Bug RJ, Bug Steve.
Bug RJ is really good about getting back to it really quickly. Don't DM me on Instagram panicking on the dyno. That happens all the time. We do have a disclaimer for it and everything, so don't yell at me. We try, we do try. But we don't get the ECUs first, so we can't give it, you know, it's like a theft thing. All right, whatever. You don't really need much to run it. Like, all the VTEC stuff doesn't need to really work. Like, we need the coils, the crank sensor, and the injectors to work, and it will run. That's like the only thing you need to actually run a car. Everything else is just make it run good. None of our sensors are faulting, which is sick. That's always a good sign, you know, when none of your sensors are faulting. All the way. Hey, the TPS is working. Cool. That's like all we need, since our load source is going to be the TPS.
What do they call that?
Alpha N.
Alpha N.
Alpha N. So if you hear the term Alpha N, that means that your load maps for your fueling and your ignition is based off of TPS,
not
throttle
map
position, not map sensor or MAF sensor. Yeah, crazy, right?
It's crazy.
Alpha N makes it sound so fancy. It's
like it's some, yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah. So let's test the injectors really quick, make sure that everything works, right? We're gonna test the injectors, check the coils, and we'll check for a good crank signal, and then we should be able to run this thing. All right, you ready for the test?
Yep.
Number 1.
Yep.
2.
Yep.
3.
Yep.
4.
Yep.
Perfect. The coils are hard to hear, but you can't hear them. I can hear it. These K coils bark, dude.
Good.
2?
Yep, 2's good.
Okay. Injectors are good, coils are good. Remember, this is just bare minimum for first startup. We want to hear the ITVs. That we don't got a wideband in the thing. We're tuning this thing by ear. I'm gonna crank it, and we're gonna run, and we're gonna see if we have a clean RPM signal. Means we need a clean crank and cam sensor. So Link has a built-in oscilloscope, so we're gonna bring that up and capture it as we crank it. All right, so cam sensors are reading fine. Crank sensor is being interesting. Let's check that out real quick. I had it pinned for a K20 crank sensor, and I put a K24 crank sensor in it. So I think I swapped the wrong pins around. We'll fix that real quick. All right, definitely repin this thing wrong. This should hopefully be it right here. Ah, we got RPM. Look at it right here. You see it moving?
Yep.
Cool. All right, we got the right pin out. Who would have thought? Bare minimal to make this thing run right. Coils, injectors, RPM, and a TPS. We got all that. So now, let's get fuel in this thing. There we go. Oh, there we go. Hey. Okay, that was easy. There we go.
Yeah.
We're getting fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Good. All right.
Start it.
Let's start it. Are you ready?
I'm waiting for you.
It is open headers right now, so it's gonna be loud, which sucks. I cannot wait to hear the ITBs being louder than the exhaust for once on a Honda, because every time that a Honda has ITBs, it's fender dump, and all you hear is exhaust. It'll be good. I can't tell if this looks dumb or impressive. You gotta operate the fuel pump and the starter.
Is this about to happen?
just sitting here and just like giddy to myself.
Wow.
Sounds like an all-motor pro
Sounds
car.
sick.
It's loud, dude. I don't know if it's loud. It's loud. It might be louder for me in here since the dump is right
It's
here.
cool as shit, but it's loud.
How's that throttle response? Sounds crazy.
I mean, it's not my first time with ITV.
Okay, well, all right, Spoon.
I've been around a few.
You've been around quite a few ITV Hondas.
It'll quiet down a lot when you
yeah.
but it'll still
It's
be
crazy how loud they are. That's nuts. It sounds sick, and that's minimal bullshit tuning, and it still had great throttle response. These things are silly. Four cylinders are usually really picky when it comes to like having good throttle response and like good behavior. I just threw numbers at this thing and it loved it. That's sick right here. That's nuts, dude. That's good for the soul. Damn. Should have sent it to the moon once. I know I should have, but I don't want to. I want to test my luck. No. That's only like 5,000 RPM. We can go all the way up to almost, I mean, maybe tickle 9.
You going for the risk?
this thing will piss off your neighbor.
Jamie, what was that, Steve?
This thing will piss off your neighbors bad in the morning.
Dude, it's crazy how even with just bullshit numbers in it, the throttle response is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. These might actually be easier to street than I thought they would be. They don't get, no, those don't get hot. Damn, this thing just ran, dude. It's the loudest freaking car in here, but we got, we got a spoon for that. We got a spoon for that. So let me order up a bunch of mufflers. We'll be good to go. All I gotta say is that thing sounded fast, Spoon.
Yeah, but there's more. There's more.
What do you mean there's more?
There's more.
What do you mean there's more?
There's more.
What do you mean? what we didn't talk.
The
It
wheels
was
came in.
nearly only 5,000 RPMs. There's more RPMs to go from there, buddy.
That's true.
what he
Okay,
means.
okay. What he means by more is we got something else for the video today. We're gonna do it today.
Doing it today.
We're doing it today because I'm dying to see it.
What are y'all doing?
Big C don't know?
Oh, you didn't know?
Big
Here's
Steve
you.
don't know.
Give me a sec. Let me change the battery.
All right.
So, next big piece of the puzzle on the E36. From one victory to the next, the wheels showed up.
Drift wheels.
There we go. So I was having a hard time picking wheels for this thing because I needed to run a 17-18 staggered. I needed a specific offset, and I needed 5x120 because I didn't want to convert to 114 just yet. So that left the picking slim, especially when it came to good-looking wheels, right?
Slim pickings.
But I got really, really lucky because we stumbled across this wheel. I would have never guessed, but this has been my favorite choice so far, and it is a Koenig countergram. Check this out right here. Boom. Come on, those things are...
They look fast.
Koenig countergrams, right? So we have a 17x9 in the front, 18x9.5 in the rear. Will we have to change those specs up? Probably.
Yeah.
But we had to start somewhere, and luckily Koenig offers a really wide range of wheel sizing and offsets, which is huge because we got to really dial in our fitment because our fitment is going to direct how well the car performs, right? Awesome design that I think will complement the red really, really well with this color. Right?
Yeah, that's why I want to see them on the car.
Yeah, so I just want to explain it. So huge shout out to Koenig for getting us our first set down here. We're going to use these to kind of figure out our fitment and go from there. I think the front should be good. The rears, I might go wider if we could fit it. But for now, let's get some tires on these things, get them mocked up because we've been absolutely dying to see them on because I think they're going to be I think they're going to be bitching for sure. We have an 18x9.5, and of course we'll be running a 265 35 18. 265 is kind of like the most generic like comp high horsepower sizing, right? It's a good starting point. So we're going to try and well fit these things up.
Good.
Boom. Nice chunky fitment. Love that. You know, some wheels just like don't look good with a fitted tire on them, so you kind of have to like think about that when you buy your wheel. You know what I mean? Because some wheels only look good with a stretched tire on it and whatever. And then there's some wheels that look better with a fitted tire, and I think this is one of them.
Good looking wheel. Good looking tire.
Good looking boys.
Good looking boys.
So for the front, since we were doing a 17x9, we are running a 235 40 17. It's just like the go-to fitment. That's what I got on the coupe. It looks great, and it's plenty of grip for the car.
Nice.
Should go right on. Boom. Love that fitment.
That's good. It's good in the sunlight.
Yeah.
Urama.
So one small issue is we cannot get the tires to seat right here. You see how it's not fully seated, but it's inflated. All 4 tires like this, it's nuts. I actually have this issue a lot with the Accelera tires. I like the tire a lot, but on one-piece wheels, they're just like too tight. I don't know what it is. I did everything you can ever imagine to seat this tire. The amount of lubricants, the amount of processes, and the amount of pressure on this tire is so high that if I told you it, someone would call me an idiot. So I'm not gonna tell you how much pressure is in this tire. But usually if you let them sit for a little while, they'll pop on. Or if you kind of just start driving on them, after a couple feet, they just pop. So when you see them sitting on the car and it's not fully seated, just know. Just, you know.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's a pain in the ass.
Everything's great.
Everything's great. I already love it. I'm scared this the tire's gonna seat and it's gonna...
It looks so cool though.
Yes, I need to do a stud conversion, I know.
I didn't say anything.
I know. I'm talking to them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I said it weeks ago. Order a stud conversion.
You know how many cars I've had to order in the last 2 weeks?
$100 at FCP or I looked it up.
Order that when you get a chance.
Yeah, I'll put it on the grocery list.
Thank you, RJ.
There we go.
Wow,
This
that's
again-
a good looking wheel.
It is. Against the red too. All right, so it actually like doesn't poke out super far. This is a really wide angle kit. Like this, I think this brings out the track width like 3 inches on both sides.
That's sick.
What was it? It was like 3.5 inches, wasn't it? Yeah. It was ridiculous. Which is good. We want that, but making it fit under standard over fender arches. Maybe I'll get the big duck club where they got the huge arch. You know? Whatever. I'm gonna shut up. Oh, that looks so sick. So if the offset is too high, it's gonna want to actually inner barrel hit the angle kit, and so it does. But we're like maxed out anyways. So if we added like a 5 mil spacer, it'd be fine. Nice. That's good.
That's real good.
That's so sick. That's so sick. So unfortunately, they didn't have the size I wanted in stock in 50120. So I got 114, and we're gonna adapt it up, right? This is a big spacer. This is 1 inch. So I think this is the size it wants. If it doesn't, whatever. This is our baseline.
That's
right?
1 inch?
Yeah, it's 1 inch.
Damn.
And I know people do the 50114 stud conversions on the hubs themselves, so you can run 50114 all around because the wheel options are a little bit better. But we didn't do it this time around, so that's why. All right. Oh man, that's gonna be. Oh man, we might need a smaller spacer. I thought it would take it. Dude, this looks chunky on here.
Oh, he's still going.
I thought this over would fit more. It's deceiving. Well, we gotta get rid of that adapter, that's for sure.
Tucked.
Yeah, that thing looks fast right now.
It looks super fast. Looks so good.
It does. The rear looks chunky.
Back can go up a little bit.
Back can go up?
A little bit.
I thought the back can go down. All right, so that spacer has to go. That's for sure. This thing's coming out to be something pretty special, and it is absolutely badass. And the bumpers aren't even on the damn thing yet, and that's gonna really tie it all together.
I can't wait to see.
I can't wait. I mean, side skirts, picture it. It's gonna make it look more aggressive.
I didn't even know you had side skirts for it.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I can't remember it.
Just it was all black, remember?
No.
Well, side skirts with the lip kit, everything. It's gonna be so.
Everything
freaking
before
good.
that this car was has been erased from my memory with how good it looks now.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Busy, good week. A lot of victories. A lot of good victories. All right, let's do some cleaning. Sick, right?
Oh yeah, no, those look good.
Chunky.
Yeah, the 9.5 makes it look chunky.
I love it. Yeah, that's good. It's good. All right, so good day. AE86 started, had to do some, I want to say it was sketchy stuff. We had it under control, but had to rig up a few things to hear it run, and it ran. It sounded awesome, even though I didn't even shoot time. I didn't threw random numbers at it. It ran. It loved it. I'm happy. So tomorrow's my last full day here before I leave for Seaman and for Drift Week for literally ever. I've never been so stressed, and everything's great. So tomorrow I got to finalize the stuff with the Z. We're gonna get alignment. We got to do a couple engine bay things, and then I actually managed to get a livery for the Z. I really wanted to do a livery for Drift Week, just to, like, I wanted to make my Z look a little bit cooler, and I couldn't find aero that I liked in time, and so I was like, you know what, let's give it a livery. It'll be fun. I've never really done a livery before, and this isn't like a real brand livery. It's just like a fun livery to make the car like have more of a presence. I don't know. I got to work with someone I've really wanted to work with to do the livery, so it's a win-win. So tomorrow we'll do all that, and hopefully I don't lose my mind too much. But man, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and all the wins that we had today. But for now, I'm gonna go edit, do some more packing, and go from there. So you know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you guys very shortly.